Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's edition of the Crossroads here on Veterans Anonymous. I do believe I cut that shit right on time. No,
Yes, ma'am, you did indeed
yes,
cut it perfectly.
hell has frozen over, and I blame it the Marine Corps birthday. We all know it. Something ain't right.
Double
I'm
dogs, double dogs.
I am your host, Combat Cricket, coming to you from Colorado, former 31 Bravo military police, and your best friend.
Nerk.
A little time in the Natty Guard, a little time in Iraq, a little time in Haiti, and yeah, coming back to you this week on the Crossroads, the American.
Howdy. I am. I'm like juggling cats and spinning plates at the same time. The last couple days, it's been good. How you doing, guys? I'm the American Felix Irving, the sauce boss, as you know, run BBQ Sauce. And I am retired Air Force vet, 17 years, 11 months, 25 days. Not that I was counting. Worked all the bombers, official beekeeper, doing the damn thing. Now I run with my wife, BBQ Sauce Co. Or BBQ Co. Actually, I got to get used to that. It's BBQ Co. So, bringing you guys amazing sauces and seasonings. Pretty much American in bottle, one backyard at a time. That's our motto. Bam. And yeah, right now I'm fighting with Amazon.
Yay!
Still.
Yay.
Yeah, Uncle Si here, Black Boot Army, did National Guard, Army Reserve, active duty, active guard, IRR, pretty much. I did a lot in the Army. So went to Korea twice, Kuwait twice, played along with this little thing. I found this today. See, this is proof that back in the day there were only 4 branches. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Tree 4.
So yeah. Hi all on a Wednesday night. Thanks.
Bam.
It's always an interesting
time. Yeah. And I got pork butts on and everything else and blah.
Oh yeah,
I was just mentioning something. You got something coming up.
Yeah, you got a little shindig you're doing tomorrow.
Yeah, a buddy of mine, he owns a gun shop in town, and he called and wanted to know if I could smoke some meat up for him, and so I told him, hell yeah, Veterans Day, middle of the week anyway, let's make it happen, Captain. So I got about 40 pounds of pork on the smoker, and
nice.
Yes, Julie paid invoice. And we did a bunch of cowboy beans. They're upstairs getting her done. And I just had a little war with my smoker, but I won. The doors have switches on them, and the top one, because of the condensation, because of the heat and the outside temp, got wet. So I unplugged it and wired it together. So guess what? If there's no break-in connection, we do what it do. Oh my God! Look at that little guy with no beard.
I know.
No, I was just gonna say, I just saw switching around on us.
Yeah. I thought, Jimmy's pick is like, oh my gosh, the old Class A's. Those are probably polyester. I got unfortunate enough to be issued the wool Class A's in the summer.
Neither one of them sound amazing.
No.
In the summer at Fort Leonard Wood wearing wool.
Yeah, none of that sounds cool at all. Like,
yeah.
Misery loves its company. Yeah. What?
Well, technically, Mike ain't wrong. I'm just saying.
2 branches, Army, Navy. The other 2 are little siblings. Well, sibling rivalry.
Well, what is Space Force now?
Well, Space Force, it's its own branch, but
they're just baby brother,
baby Air Force.
It's baby Air Force, but I do understand like you guys get jealous.
Or are they a stepchild?
We can, destroy the whole planet with a finger, and you guys have to take a boat or jump out of a plane or do all that other stupid stuff. I'm airborne.
I've only jumped out of a helicopter, and that
Call
was
of Duty,
only a couple feet off the ground.
I got to do a fast rope out of a chopper once, and then I got to do the simulator off the side of the skis and go rappelling off a wall. That was fun.
Yeah.
See, that's what's cool about being in the military.
So I got to drink beer on
we
like
got-
3, 4, 5, 6 continents.
Right. You know, we got to do a lot of stuff that people.
Look at me, I'm Air Force.
Well, you know, we got to do
Hey
a lot of
man,
stuff.
you know, that's very, intense, and you have to have intestinal fortitude. You know, like it's amazing. It's amazing.
I've peed in, I think, 4 countries while standing in another country. Like I peed in North Korea, standing in South Korea. I peed in Canada, standing in the United States. I peed in Mexico, standing in the United States. And I think I peed in Saudi, standing in Kuwait.
Look at me, I can pee on things.
Yeah.
I had to.
You got to mark your territory.
That's exactly it.
Nice. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I've been like I said, running around like a chicken with my head cut off. So it's been a very, very fun day. Totally, kibosh dinner though, so that kind of does suck.
Oh, bummer.
It's all good. So other than that, you guys know how my week's gone. I do have something cool I want to show everybody. Let's see here. I pull it in. This is just something. Where is it at? It is right here. So Timmons Market, you guys know. You guys know that, I'm sold at a couple different stores around Rapid City, and Timmons Market is one of my wholesalers. So it was really cool. I went in there today to drop off some of my coffee sauce, and I was going to talk to the owner about it. And I was like, because we just left Sacred Mountain this weekend to talk about some really cool stuff, like how to make Sacred Mountain better, how to raise more money. And I was going to go and talk to the owner about doing the, they call it roll it forward, where you want to raise extra 5 cents for conservative and all that other stuff.
Right.
To donate to Sacred Mountain. Well, anyway, I get in there, drop off a box, and he's like, "Hey man, I have something cool I want to tell you." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Like, what's up?" He goes, "Remember we talking last week?" I'm like, me and him talk about bourbon and barbecue.
You're like,
and I'm thinking, what? Like, okay. He goes, "I'm doing something really cool for tomorrow," and I'm like, "Well, what are you doing?" He goes, 11% of all sales minus alcohol and liquor are gonna go to Sacred Mountain.
That's
for tomorrow.
Cool.
All sales that whole grocery store, which is outside of base, pulls in for tomorrow, will go to Sacred Mountain. And I'm like, I literally almost cried.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I punched him. Like, I was like, but yeah, he posted that. And that's the miss in
it was a love tap.
But I don't really follow Facebook a lot, and I follow his one store, but I didn't know the other store had a Facebook. So I didn't know about it. Some other people did, but it's really cool. This is before this whole meeting and everything happened. And then I had another buddy, because little friendly competition to donate money in, on a Sacred Mountain page. I put a link on my Facebook, and pretty much a buddy of mine donated $2,577 through me to that I Got Your Six program. And pretty much I just from that one donation blew everyone else in the competition out of the water. Woo!
Right.
And like I told him, I said, you can't, it's like, it's past the time to be fucking around. Like, everyone tells people and tell us, I got your, thanks for your service and whatnot. It's time to start holding people a little more accountable and, actually doing something for them. So other than that, that's what I just wanted to, just be like, yeah. And I see we got an interloper in here. Oh my God.
How are you going to have a show on the Marine Corps birthday and not invite one of the damn Cran Eaters on there?
Yo, I invited you by putting it in chat.
I just come to hijack the show for a minute. Tell all my fellow Marines out there happy birthday. Oh, wearing Gunny's shirt.
Yep.
So you leaving with a shot of whiskey in the bottle and cigars out for Chesty tonight?
That was last night.
I was going to say that should have been last night, no?
My bad, I forgot.
That was last night.
He visited.
I was at work last night, so I'm getting ready to head there now. But I want to stop in and say hi and happy Veterans Day to my fellow veterans on Veterans Anonymous.
Yes,
And,
happy Veterans Day, brother. Happy Marine Corps birthday.
Yeah, like your
it's
shirt
going to be a
says.
busy weekend.
Like your shirt says, "Happy Born in a Bar Day."
Were you
It's going
born
to
in
be a
a
busy
bar?
weekend getting ready to
Oh,
go
so
see
this
Kyle.
is for you, Tom. Right now, this is perfect. I'm gonna jump the memes, but I'm gonna add this one. It's this right here. Christmas, Halloween, 4th of July, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving, Easter, Marine Corps birthday, and they're like, that's not a real holiday. The guy up here, it's just like that's,
Fuck yeah!
that's pretty much the Marine Corps. It's like, yeah, you're like, you guys are like, yeah, oh, okay.
No, I
Don't
was
go
even
in a
telling
bar
my
full of
son.
Marines and say that's not a real holiday because you won't walk out.
Oh,
Yeah.
exactly. That's why I thought it was funny because the guy down there, like, what holiday is he on? Yeah, he's on the 4th of July. Luckily, he might only get 2 legs broken.
Yeah.
That's not a real. Yeah, it is. But I want to make sure because the next couple of days are going to be busy with me leaving towards DC and everything.
So excited.
Crane Eater show should return next week.
So no tomorrow.
We're not going to be on tomorrow.
That's what I wanted to clarify that. So
we're on hiatus until Kyle finishes.
All
Only because of spotty service, and we want to bring quality show to our viewers.
Don't worry.
And last week was busy with I had an injection in my back.
It was just missing your back.
And then this week, of course, being Veterans Day, we didn't want to clog up the airways with our show. So, and not knowing where Kyle's going to be with service and everything, we didn't want to.
Yeah.
We just kind of said, let's hold off, wait till he's back home, let him get settled. By Thursday, he should be settled. And
makes sense, bro.
And bring that way we can have a quality show and not be skipping in and out. And we knew it was going to be tough when he took off. We did the best we could for the 4 months. So,
oh, you guys did awesome, I think, over that with him on road and stuff like that. Yeah.
We lost Crayons over the weekend, so that loss.
Yeah, I was like, I swear, what he was posting the one day, and then the next day I read that, and I was like, what the heck happened?
Well, he was in the hospital, so he was battling the Lyme's disease and was really having bad seizures of late.
Dang. Yeah, I remember reading about the seizures and stuff, and his ambulance experience, and it was like, holy snot. Dang,
but if
bro,
y'all don't know who Tommy, you're under a different pseudonym tonight. Normally call you Tommy different.
I'm on the original one because it's my birthday. I gotta be Tommy Roddick.
Yeah,
Tommy Roddick.
He's on his Tiki-Taki name.
But y'all can actually go to the Veterans Anonymous Facebook page. We did, or I believe it was you, or was it Kyle?
I posted the video.
Tom actually just uploaded videos of who we are talking about with crayons, and fortunately he has passed away.
A man of wisdom, very
an
good
amazing
outlook on life.
Yes, and like the videos that especially the videos that you posted with him on you guys' show.
Yeah, he was on the show that one night. It was
Yeah.
unreal. Yeah, he was good on the show that night. Yeah.
An amazing man, and unfortunately we lost him.
Yeah.
So sending prayers and good vibes to his family.
So yeah, I'm gonna hop off here. You guys have a great Veterans Day. I'm gonna go try to find free food tomorrow. I gotta speak at the school.
Oh, heck no.
I want the pancakes. I didn't know about the
on
pancakes
Veterans Day.
until a couple months ago.
What? There's free pancakes?
There's free pancakes somewhere. I don't know. I think it's IHOP.
If it's from IHOP, I will never make it from IHOP to home because I'm 30 miles away. I would have to stop about 3 times before I got home, and I feel bad for any Walmart or Speedway toilet on the way home. That's just.
That reminds me of this guy on TikTok talked about he stole some guy's order from Taco Bell because they kept calling his name and he wasn't there, so he took the order and he goes, "This is a lesson in karma." He goes, because on the way back home, he goes, "I violated construction site Porter John. He goes, I violated a female bathroom at a Walmart. He talks about all the bathrooms he had to hit on the way home. And he goes, it wasn't just diarrhea. It was that shit that like not one or two. It was like 7 times.
I'm pretty sure that there is a rest area in Baltimore that is still closed down because of me. But that's another story.
Statue
You guys have a
limitations
good
are up.
evening.
We have talked about bodily fluids twice already tonight. We are 16 minutes in. It's amazing.
You guys have a great evening, a great Veterans Day.
Night,
You
be
Stay
safe.
safe.
You too, bro.
Well, at least we did have one Marine make a guest appearance. Kyle, if you're listening, you're more than welcome to jump in. You have the link if you are able to. No pressure. Because we got that, what is it? The token Marine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize, like, I mean, I knew about the Marines and the history and all of that because my great uncle was one. But, like, I didn't realize how seriously they took their party, their birthday, until I was stationed at Leonard Wood. And we were like, our parking
do
lot.
you know the Army birthday?
I don't know the exact date.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like the Air Force. When's the Air Force birthday? I'm like, I don't know, Tuesday.
Right. Yeah. You ask a Marine when their birthday is, November 10th. Like, without missing a beat. They know that.
Well,
it's
the
like,
thing is, just it's how, because I do remember there was a bit in basic, there was a bit of Air Force history in the very beginning, but I've seen the Marine Corps, boot camp, and it's like in class. Instilled in them in every step of the way. They talk about their history. And in the Air Force, it was literally like we're reading it in a book, and it was just like,
okay, well, like one that I can't remember what the name of the movie is. Might be Full Metal Jacket, where they're out at the gun range.
Yeah,
and
he's talking about the sniper.
Yeah, and they're like, do anybody know who this? And the fucking guy that killed Kennedy was a Marine Corps trained sniper. And he's like almost bragging about it,
Mm-hmm. One well-trained Marine and his rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is something that I was telling my son about it. I was like, so it was last night. I was like, so tomorrow's the Marine Corps birthday. And when I tell you that I know the Marine Corps birthday is because they make such a big deal about it. It is so important to them that I don't even know the Army birthday off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
That I know that the Marine Corps birthday is a serious thing. And y'all, I wanted to do a safety brief tonight, but I feel that it'll be a little late on the shenanigans that they could possibly get into or are getting into right now.
Maybe not so much a safety brief, maybe just a PSA of if you're already doing this, you might want to stop kind of thing.
So see, the Air Force birthday is like September 18th, 1947. That's like Psy's birthday.
Yeah.
So
that's what I was telling him.
But yeah, like when I was at Leonard, at
dad?
Leonard Wood, we had to share a little like parking lot battalion area with a Marine Corps detachment, and so like we're having morning formations, and like literally like about 4 days before the Marine Corps birthday, these guys start getting really freaking froggy. Like,
I was just gonna say you're gonna put up chain link fences and barricades.
They're like they're singing sea shanties, filling sandbags up, and having a blast, and we're all looking at them like, you guys are not right.
What are you doing?
Yeah, And then the day of the birthday, I think one of the companies in their battalion showed up in dress blues because they were like, headquarters, and they got to, be all spiffy. And yeah, it was weird, bro.
Well,
I will admit their uniform is sharp.
It is. They have the best uniform.
That is one of the uniforms that
old Army one.
I'm not even gonna lie. I've seen female Marines in their dress blues and almost needed a cigarette. I'm not gonna lie.
But it's like
and
Michael Jury on TikTok, Dave.
What?
Michael Jury, that dude on TikTok, the crazy Marine.
Yeah.
He did a safety brief this morning on his TikTok. He goes, "All right, Marines, Marine Corps birthday. We gonna do some day drinking." He goes, I don't want to drink, Sarge. He goes, what did I tell you? It's Marine Corps birthday. Get ready to start doing some day drinking.
Yep.
Time to fuck some shit. Like, he's just pretty much like leadership. And the guy's like, I don't want to. He's like, it's Marine Corps birthday. We're going to do some day drinking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's like when I went to the engineer ball down at Fort Leonard Wood, it's like, here. Huh? Oh, yeah. We got some big ones. But
no, I honestly meant that in the innocent, non-perverted way.
Sure.
Yeah, right.
As it came out, I gotta go.
Yep, engineers have balls.
But yeah, so like
waving at me.
it was just like a dare, like how much can you drink at this, because it was an open bar, like free alcohol, and they had the grog bowl, and we kept the cab company busy that night.
The sacred grog bowl.
Well, and that's one of the things that I was gonna so I'll do an early sort of safety brief from Veterans Anonymous. May I? Y'all don't do anything
go
you
for
normally
it.
wouldn't do. If if you're drinking, don't drive. Be safe. Call an Uber. That's your little tidbit safety brief.
If you know a Marine, call them and check up on them. Alcohol poisoning is a real thing.
That too.
I know a lot of them, they think they can drink and then they start and then,
Or on it, like, didn't they just go, or not they, but a lot of people just went through Sober October?
What? I know No Shave November and No Nut November, but
yeah,
what?
October? Sober October is something I don't know if Joe Rogan started it, but I know him and his friends do it, and they pretty much don't drink, no drugs, no nothing, and they just work out.
They stay sober the entire month of October.
Wait, you're telling me Joe Rogan doesn't smoke weed for a whole month?
Yep. They do sober October every year. I did it 2 years ago.
What about like Lyft?
Okay, Audie, where you're
call
at,
a friend, call somebody else.
Audie, where you're at,
have an exit plan. An exit plan.
Audie lives out near the Navajo reservation. He's going to have to like call the Pony Express and get a pony to come pick him up from the bar and take him home.
Audie, you just have to have a hoe.
Damn dogs.
No one's fucking here.
That's funny. Just the timing on that.
Yeah.
New alcohol poisoning. No bueno.
I think I had it from soju in Korea the first time I went there.
I thought it would be cool because when I was in Korea, you were allowed to have 3 bottles of liquor a month or 4 cases of beer. And I mean, like, the cases were like the 4 12-packs.
Yeah, the
so you
plastic
were allowed to have
racks, like, yeah.
Yeah, so you were like to have a whole rack for those. And so I'm like, well, it was my first time. It's not my phone.
My phone's supposed to be on mute, but apparently it's doing its own thing.
It's the first time in like a long time that I was living back in the dorms originally. So I was like, cool. So what did I do? I went and bought like all 4 of my allotment, and I filled my fridge up with nothing but Corona and Heineken. Literally, the 2 crisper drawers, the door, all 3 levels, like where the eggs go, like everything had beer. Well, then I went and got my green bean on, and that's your welcome to Korea. You go drinking. They call it your green bean. And I pretty much probably had alcohol poisoning. That was a Friday. That night, Saturday, I pretty much didn't leave my bed. And then Saturday night, Sunday morning, I finally like threw a leg out to touch the floor so the world would quit moving. Like, quit moving, planet. I can feel like the Earth's rotation.
Yeah, the floor
spreading out. So no, I laid on the bed. And I just put my leg out, and I'm like, I need to hydrate on something. And I'm in the bathroom drinking the water out of the sink, which is disgusting. And I'm like, this is no.
Yeah.
And I look in the fridge, and I'm like, you're a fucking dumbass, Irv. Like, so I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna drink a Corona. I wish I would have done that shit Saturday. I drank that Corona and it just like literally like hair to dog just
Oh yeah.
yeah, it balanced me out like perfectly so I can finally get up and go get something to eat.
Another devil dog in the house. Happy birthday,
Boom,
Richie.
Richie K.
When the first time
Happy birthday. It's
first time I went to Korea, Camp Casey's got this thing called the Turtle Farm because
Yeah.
there's 2 Quonset huts, and it takes you literally 1 year to go from one building to the other building, in process, out process. Well, when you're in the Turtle Farm, you're not supposed to leave technically, right? You're on Camp Casey, but you're in a fenced-in area of Camp Casey. We said fuck it, and we left anyway. And we didn't go off post. We went to the NCO club right by the main gate there, the 2ID club. And they were having like the oversized boxing gloves, you know, where you could get in the ring with these like pillows on your hand, right? And we're freaking slamming tequila shots. Last thing I remember is like, oh man, I got to get back to the Turtle Farm.
1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila.
I wake
4.
up in the TMC, the med clinic, with saline IV dripping about like 8 hours later. And I'm like, hey, what's going on, man? And the medic's like, yeah, the MPs found you in a turtle ditch. They thought you were fucking dead. Then they figured out you weren't. So they brought you here. I'm like, what time is it? He goes, it's almost 8 o'clock. I'm like, oh crap. I got a bus I got to catch at 9. Pull my freaking IV out, freaking boogaloo out the freaking place, go back to my barracks, man. I had to ride hung over in a Humvee for like 2 hours. It was the worst ride in a Humvee ever.
Yeah, Korea was all sorts of fun.
Luck book.
I remember we had one guy, for some reason, he tried to play hide and seek with the gate guards because he missed curfew. And I remember because I was inside and I'm watching him, and the front gate, they close it, and they close the walk-in, you know, and he was like running around, like bobbing over the wall.
Yeah.
And running around to the gate, running back and forth, like he was hammered. It took him about half an hour to finally get him before they were about to tase him, and that's what made him stop. Because they were out there with the tasers, and he was like doing the like, oh, you're not gonna get me. And they're like, we're gonna tase you. Yeah. There was a bunch of shenanigans.
Oh,
you
the
know,
second time I went, the second time I went to Korea was even worse because we were at the edge of.
Hold one. Sorry, I just wanted to really quickly just say we were supposed to have 2 Aussies. However, it's Remembrance Day. One's not available. Ducky should be joining later. He's got somebody working in his house that he said he'll join.
So, Michael, if you want to get on,
jump on, bro. Yeah.
And we would have all 4 branches.
Yes, we would.
I tried to outdrink a Korean Odyssey one night coming back from the Ville.
That's dumb.
I totally know that now. Well, you know how you go to the bar and you sit there and you have friends, you're playing pool, you're drinking, right? We're on the way back and it's like, man, I got to get something in my stomach. Hey, look, meat on a stick. So you go in, you sit down and shit. And then Odyssey was sitting over there and he buys us around. So I bought him around, and he buys us around. And next thing I know, I'm sitting at his table. We're swapping stories and I'm tipping back. And I'm like, oh, man.
That is the devil's gambit. Oh,
Yeah.
we're half an hour in. 1 second, guys. I do have some memes. So, like I showed you guys earlier.
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
A minute.
1, 2, what?
Minute, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Go ahead.
Let's see. Well, I want Jade to be here so she can laugh at the memes.
Yeah, Soju.
Soju's the devil.
Dude, you don't realize
American, just read them because I can still hear y'all.
Well, I showed the Marine Corps, Christmas,
that
Halloween, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Easter, and then Marine Corps birthday, and the guy's like shooting himself in the face with, champagne and like just having a ball, which is the epitome of the Marine Corps. If you put in place like Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force in those spots, instead of Christmases. That's pretty much like exactly what that's perfect. The first one, Christmas, would be Army. No, first one, Christmas, has to be Navy because they were the first. Then Army. Then 4th of July would be Air Force. Then Valentine's Day would be Navy. Or something like that. Navy again. Or I said it. I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, but yeah, that'll be perfect. It'll be amazing. So let's see.
You're forgetting the National Guard, bro.
It's Army, Navy, Air Force. It's the same thing.
The National Guard was founded first.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No.
There technically was the Continental Army, which was kind of the National Guard before there was the United States Army, but the Navy was first.
Boom. My point.
That is no point. Anyway.
Moving on.
Pointless. Abe Lincoln, never trust an actor with a gun.
Oh, boom, boom.
Boom.
I love that little probably underneath there too.
Abraham Lincoln probably said that. And this is pretty much if you don't abide by this, you are you're not American.
Yeah, no.
Picture of my Christmas tree. It's still in the freaking shed because it's only fucking November.
No shit. Not like I don't care if it's the morning after Thanksgiving. Nothing Christmas until after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And then you heard me at that store when I walked in and had the Christmas stuff up. This one is I think I have an urge to get up and clean the house. Wait, no, false alarm.
Me every day.
Here is why limit happy hour to an hour.
Makes sense.
And then I love this one. At a party, friends, you okay, bro? I totally hear Dave going, you okay, bro? Me, yeah, why you asking?
No, I would probably be the one going, yeah, why you asking? There was a time period back in the 80s where.
Yeah. And this one, real fucking funny, Twix.
Oh, that cracked me up, dude. I've seen that one before. I almost died laughing on that one.
No.
Have a good night.
Hey, have a good night, Richie. Love you. Dan Webb. And here's a photo of Colin Kaepernick being oppressed by white people.
Oh, you went there. Oh, my.
Nephews.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then this one, push here. Lies. I have never, ever hit that button and made that little flap pop in.
I stab the aluminum foil and those.
Yeah. I don't even try. I either try to open up the end of the box or I just get the knife and open it.
Yeah. This is Alec Baldwin's firearm safety instructor. Quick fact: 1 out of 6 people find Russian roulette mind-blowing.
Oh,
we have already got a Facebook violation night this evening.
Did we?
Did we?
Yes.
For what?
Sound.
What sound?
I don't know either, but we did already catch one. Our lawyer is on it right now.
Wow. Got kicked out of church because I said "fuck the devil." I thought we hated him.
Yeah, no kidding. I love that one. That cracks me up every time.
And this tree is completely hollow, but very much still alive. Wow, me too. It ain't that special.
Yeah.
This one says, "Nah, her shadow looks like a rotisserie chicken." If you look at her shadow,
oh my god, it does.
It really do. It really do.
It really do. Like rotisserie chicken. The little hood came out there. Jade,
I love
watch
rotisserie chicken.
Your hood just slipped.
My hood.
Your hood just slipped. It really do be the kitchen. Thing you take the cucumber to the room. You nasty. You gonna feed that to your kids later? Let I give Marine some birthday food.
We care.
It's because we care. There you go. Be funny to see a horde of Marines just like dog pile up right now on Jade's screen. Oh, that's old. Oh, that was nasty.
Yeah.
Get rid of that thing. But yeah, that's I forget. I gotta.
So I did
gotta do that.
pop up. Dan, if you're still with us, hello again.
Dan.
Done. Hello, Miss Sheila.
Happy Veterans Day Eve. Yeah, this is probably like the first time in a while that I'll actually be out in public, but I'll be at a gun store.
It's the birthday, so get over it. We are being nice. We're being nice.
Well,
I offered you my crayons.
kind of nice.
Hi.
Hello. Duck is in the house.
Good night. Now what am I pulling into this show?
A very
he's got a
cold Aussie. It's a very cold day.
Okay, I want to ask, what is cold? And you got to do it in Fahrenheit because I don't math.
I don't math.
Just ask Google. What's the temp, Ducky?
The temperature right now in Adelaide is 12 degrees Celsius.
Hey, Google, what's 12 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? 53.6 degrees.
Oh,
that's not cold, bro.
That's shorts weather.
Well, the thing about it is, if you live in a hot place, mildly cold temperatures are colder, and if you live in a cold place, mildly hot temperatures are fucking scorching.
Oh,
your body gets acclimated.
Oh, I know. Yeah, like Kuwait killed me.
Know.
So you take 12 degrees Celsius times 9 and 9.
See, y'all, you're doing that math thing that I said that I don't do.
Equals. Holy shit! That's the formula. They give it to you so you can figure it out yourself. I don't even know what that 9/5 is. Is that a real fraction?
The problem is the fact that it's been above 80 degrees for the last 3 weeks.
Oh, so that rapid drop. Yeah.
Yes. And it's the fact that we've had such a massive drop over the last 2 days that it just shoots people in the foot. So.
Oh no, I totally understand that.
Oh yeah, Kuwait, would be like.
But I gotta poke because I'm like at 46 degrees Fahrenheit.
You want to poke the koala, don't you?
I think you guys done enough of that.
But not in that way, because I don't want that.
Yeah, you careful. Hey, thanks, Dan. I'm old school, bro.
Yeah, and
it was actually really cool seeing that when
they're all pop vinyls up sitting across the top.
What?
Oh,
pop vinyls.
Yeah, these things. Hold on, I got
one. Again with my German.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
And let people know they don't have brains. Those are special made ones that people actually reproduce and they put like a skeleton inside.
Yeah.
Damn, we say Marine more than once. We get Marines in our chat and hopping on. So we say
Aussie.
We bring on Aussie on. Here's another
exactly.
Aussie.
He's my Carlton draft hookup.
Yeah, but I'd rather a Cooper's Pale Ale.
And Tim Tams. Oh my God, Tim
John,
Tams.
it's actually warmer there than it is here right now.
It's Australian for beer.
Well, funnily enough, I follow a person that wanted to be in the Airborne. He never got in, but he is called Airborne SM on TikTok. For the last 2 weeks, I have said, because he is complaining that his wife is getting more packages than he is, that for the for the first person to send him, oh, wait for it. For the first person to send him a glitter bomb, they will get a free packet of Tim Tams and a free packet of fruit chocks sent to them from me.
Hey, Bill.
No one has done it.
Bill, you got we got a local,
yes.
We got a fellow Australian down there. Bill, you know how to glitter bomb. You got access to those little freaking penises things, you fuck.
The problem is that Airborne SM is in America, so sending things from Australia that can go
Yeah.
bang.
What state?
Can get one that looks like a hand, Michigan.
The hand. It looks like a mitten. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Fuck. That's like next door to me by states almost. So I
have said
I
that
know
if
a couple
someone
people in
sends him-
Michigan.
I have said that if someone sends him a glitter bomb,
I might have
because
to.
he needs the
I
package.
might have to PM you for an address.
Oh, easy. Can you imagine?
Can you see my friend
Yeah.
Eagle?
Yes. No. If you actually look up the there's the thing is that if you look up Airborne SM, his wife loves reading books, and there's a couple of publishers that have been starting to send her books. And
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, his name is Justin. Her name is Fee. I do know her full name, but it was a running gag for last year. I ended up sending them a couple of big parcels, one with Tim Tams, and unfortunately she's not able to eat gluten. She's got celiacs. So I was able to find out. I was able to find out that the fruit chocks here in South Australia are gluten-free. And I sent them a big box. It was almost 5 kilograms of chocolate. As well as a couple of books. Now I've always made the gag of when is he going to knock her up? When is he going to get her up the duff? And so I end up sending a book to them called Up the Duff, which is a pregnancy book from Australia.
Up the
Yes.
That's
Up the duff.
Up the duff. That's not how to get pregnant unless your definition of duff and my definition of duff are different.
is completely different, apparently.
Here in Australia, we actually say if someone is pregnant, you're up the duff. So yes,
So Ducky,
it was
real quick, because you just came in like a freaking
Yes.
wrecking ball. Introduction, good
when
sir.
don't I?
I know
Hey,
this. I know.
I'm wearing
but
Groot, so I'm allowed to be a wrecking ball.
But
I
please,
am
if you would, good sir.
All right. Ducky veteran, 13 years, Royal Australian Navy, the token Aussie for this crew. Been out 4 years.
Hey man, I feel you, brother.
Been out 4 years. Today is Remembrance Day down under, so it's when the ending of World War One. So 11/11, and just over 1 hour ago, we ended up having a minute's silence for those that have fallen. Bill, bring it. Because I will open it on live. Can you imagine my better half's face when
No
I do?
balls.
I
I'm a no balls this.
Bill got me. I opened it.
Both of y'all.
I was doing a Facebook and I opened his up and the fucking glitter dicks fell everywhere on the chair, on the floor, and I just was like, "Ah, fuck me."
How come you didn't open his shit outside?
He
Don't forget, there's a delay. Like you tried to get me right after I got glitter bombed, and I was like, "Oops, a box." I'm opening it up outside.
Well, funnily enough, my first care package that my better half sent me when I was in the Defence Force, I was in the Persian Gulf, and she sent me birthday little glitters. They were finding them, and they still are finding them to this day on that ship.
Oh, bro, trust me, it's been 5 years since I got glitter bombed, and I'm still finding it not only in my living room, but down in my basement. I don't even know how glitter transfers.
It's like an STD, bro, of the fashion world.
It's worse. It's worse.
It just keeps giving.
The scary thing is the fact that the ship has been refitted. It has been recarpeted in my mess area. All of the underlay has come up. The only thing that hasn't been removed is the cabinetry. And where do you think they're finding all of the pieces of glitter? They're falling out from the cabinets.
There's I'm, I've been not Navy or anything.
Mm.
Carpet
Yes.
On a ship.
on a ship.
Yes. Yes. In the sleeping area.
Sure, why not?
Carpet on a ship.
Mhm.
American, other than your dorms,
Well, that's
carpet.
our,
I don't know
yeah.
if you can hear me.
our dormitory is where we would normally sleep, and that is called for the Australian Navy. It's called the mess.
Oh, the joy.
I'll sail in a little rowboat to China.
Sorry, guys. I was actually answering questions from somebody that wants to order a couple cases of product. So I was like,
Awesome.
Okay, so I had a question for you.
what's up?
Other than your dorms, which we call barracks, carpet, and like your carpet.
Sleeping space.
No,
Yeah, we
I'm just
we
saying carpet in like your work, or I know you like sleep, even sleeping spaces.
We had like
were
in our
you
dorm
always
rooms?
in dorms, or were you always in dorms?
Well,
Or did
so
you have
when
like
when you're airman, unless you're married, you're in a dorm up until when you hit E4. Once you hit E4, it depends on base availability, but usually E4s are still, and it also depends on the base and the dorm and how much they wanted to spend on it. I've had dorms with no carpet at all, just linoleum or tile, and I've also had dorms with carpet down the hall and all the way into the rooms.
okay? Did you know there was carpet on their ships,
Yeah,
on the naval ships? I didn't know that.
it all depends
There's
on
kinda
where, though. It all depends where.
he said it was in their sleeping quarters, living
Yeah,
area.
it's so if
And
you're
I
thinking
I can
carpet, it's more like a
understand that,
rug,
but when I
or
think
not a rug.
ship,
You know when you go into a grocery store, they have those rugs that lay in the
Yeah.
area. It's like that.
See, because like I'm thinking,
that it's weird to me.
Well, it's at least on my dad's ship
What did you
when I was a
do?
kid. Yeah, at least on my dad's ship when I was a kid. I remember when I went down where the other guy slept. They had it's carpet, but it's like a rug.
yeah, it's
so
like
they can take it out and clean
AstroTurf
it.
almost. Yeah, it's like outdoor carpeting.
Yeah, like the stuff when you go in the grocery store that you walk over.
Like what I was thinking when he said they had carpeting, I'm thinking that there's a room somewhere on an Australian naval vessel that's got like dark wood paneling and like 2-inch shag carpeting,
Okay. In answer
Well,
to
we've been
in
talking
answer to
about bodily
cricket-
fluids. We've been talking about body anatomy.
well, I know of one person that did it on the
Innuendos.
captain's chair. I know of one person that did it on the captain's chair. And in answer to your question, cricket, what I did is I flipped my hood up. I then ended up launching my headphones into the computer, into the desk, and I lost it. No, sorry, that was the plumber again. He's been given the okay to rip up the
Hello, Miss
concrete.
Amber.
He's ripped up the concrete next week to fix up our sink issue.
Nice.
So yeah, he's got permission to fix my sink. Pun intended. So, yes. So no, we had carpet in our sleeping areas, and it actually
No, it's just when I yeah, not to I'm interrupting you again, but like carpet on a ship, it doesn't make sense to
It'd
me.
be like having carpet in your bathroom almost. The water.
And that doesn't make sense to me either.
Right.
What?
No.
So it's more of
on
a confused
ships,
on that type of thing.
Yeah.
On the ships, what we do is we've actually got a raised lip on our doors. So the lip is about 6 inches off the solid deck, and then we've got timber footings underneath, then we've got the underlay, then we've got the carpet on top of that, and it just reduces the noise. So when people are trying to sleep, and
Gives you guys a little peace.
Yes, and sometimes the captain comes down and wrecks the peace because his air conditioning is not working because someone forgot to turn it on.
See, and I was I was always guard, and like the barracks that we would stay on, like at Fort Carson and stuff like that, all linoleum
Yeah.
or cement flooring,
Yeah.
and then overseas plywood. So so for me thinking like just naval ship and stuff like that, I'm thinking linoleum or whatever.
Yes,
but carpet threw me for a loop. Okay.
Well, like when we were in Carson or Korea, we would buy the throw rugs, the area rugs or stuff.
Yep.
In Korea, you could buy those ones that looked like they were embroidered and they had a little padding in them. When we were in Kuwait, we would buy the Haji rugs. Their prayer rugs we would put by our cot. So like the first thing our feet hit would be a prayer rug, and we thought that was kind of funny. Wasn't too politically correct because we
no.
by
any means.
Well, we had a guy who
one of them.
bought,
that was like first thing feet hit you'd curl that up and take it with you to the shower point so you can stand on it instead of the sand when you got out of the shower. Yeah, prayer rugs. They're awesome for shower rugs.
We are going to err on the side of caution. We have already got some
views expressed
earlier
views expressed by Uncle Si are not those of the whole network.
Speaking of eating carpet.
Yeah, we had a guy in Korea go and buy
younger audience.
No, he wasn't in Korea. We had the guy did it in Korea, but we had a guy deployed who went and bought a whole Arab garb. Like he wore the robe and the headgear, and he went and bought the wrong the
thing
that went around his head.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I don't even know how they allowed him to.
That's not hijab. That's
not
for a male.
No, a female is hijab, but
female's hijab, but I don't know what the male is. But anyway, he bought the wrong one because certain you got
to wear a certain color.
Well, certain color and also certain bars that went around it, like because they had the guys that had the 3 rows or 2 rows or 1 row, and I think you're supposed to have 1 row, like it's a just common person. And he had one with like 3, and it was black, and that's like royalty or something or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And and then he got drunk, so that was very fun to see him get actually shipped home.
Kufi? Is that how you say it?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Kufi.
Yep, that's a prince. Michael got it.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Drunk Australian story, not me.
I like
disclaimer, not me.
It's not you.
Yes. We had a guy that on my first ship, we ended up pulling into Dubai. We had what was called Cinderella leave, so you're not allowed out past midnight. One of the guys got extremely drunk in Dubai and walked back to the ship. He didn't get back until about 2 a.m. The problem is he knew that it was past midnight curfew. And what he did is he scaled one of the shipping containers to go around on the edge of the wharf area and then get in on ship very silently without anyone knowing. Unfortunately, what happened was our force protection personnel decided that because up there we were fully armed, we had full load, everything else, our force protection person actually raised the weapon, aimed at him, and then realized who he was. Because when this guy went off, he looked African. Well, he didn't look African. He looked Middle Eastern. He had a beard a bit like size that was completely black. And he had gone out and bought the koof as well, and was wearing that on the way back onto the ship. So you can imagine.
So Michael was saying kufai, not kufi sound. But
Yeah.
you said koof.
Yes.
I'm not sure. I know that
Yeah.
I'm not trying to slaughter it.
Oh,
I know
neither.
it's a
And
very
that's
important thing.
Yeah. He was wearing everything, the headdress, the full outfit, just walking onto the ship. So you can
Nope,
imagine.
he was scaling onto the ship. The way you just
Yeah, he scaled around the shipping containers that was on the
That's
wharf.
dangerous. That's a good way to get shot.
Yeah.
And that's exactly it.
That's
was
exactly how
very-
you get shot.
And that's the scary thing, is the fact that when the force protection person raised their weapon and looked through the sights, they realized who it was. And he was reprimanded the next day for failure to adhere to a rifle general order.
I'd have at least shot him in the foot, like nothing that like would kill you, but just enough that you're going to limp the
Wouldn't
rest
you
of your
feel
life.
bad though to find out that that's one of your like somebody that you actually know?
No, that'd be a constant reminder not to be a dumbass.
Yeah.
True.
It's just like fuck it all.
Yeah,
You're
true.
like, I'll buy you beer. Yes, I shot you in the foot, but you ever going to do anything that stupid again? No, I saved your
Probably
life.
not.
I saved your
Okay.
life. You're welcome.
Hey, I'm going to quickly run down our slide, and then it should be top of the hour. So our network is called Veterans Anonymous. You can see us on twitch.tv vetsanon, YouTube/vets Veterans Anonymous. Like I said, go like and or what is it? Subscribe for YouTube.
Yeah, subscribe to YouTube.
Subscribe to our YouTube because we've had Facebook. Anyway, Facebook Veterans Anonymous 22. You can catch us here Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. As was said earlier, our Thursday show, which is Full Metal Cran Eaters, is on hiatus because one of our hosts and our baby Jesus is currently and about to finish his trek across the country of running over 3,000 miles to raise awareness for veteran suicide, which he will be completing this Saturday. So once he gets home, they will return. That's Full Metal Crown Eaters with Baby Jesus. And who is he going back to old school? Tommy Erotic?
I think.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays. Backtracking. Tuesdays, you got Scramjet at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with W, the American Uncle Si, cuddling kittens once she gets settled in because she's also in the process of relocating across the country. So you can catch them on Tuesdays. Wednesday nights, you can catch us here with the Crossroads, myself, Combat Cricket, Uncle Si, the American Ducky, our token Aussie, and Miss Kittens. That was a horrible accent. Miss Kittens, which, look,
I'm
like
going to
I
find
said,
a drop bear and send it over instead of the glitter bomb.
as long as it doesn't have the.
Yeah.
You can catch us.
Unfortunately, 98% of koalas do have it.
Right. But you can catch us here every Wednesday night. Like I said, the Crossroads here on Veterans Anonymous, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Boom, boom, boom.
So that was just a little bit extra.
Yeah, Mike, we had a guy come back up at Camp House, and I had to go down to the gate to sign him in, and he said he lost his ID. Once we got him back to the barracks, we found out that he tried to pay for a drinking girl with credit, and she didn't have a slot to slide said credit card through. And so he gave her his ID.
Slot to slide that through.
Yeah, so he's like, "Well, here's my ID."
And you're saying there's a young audience.
Yeah, come on, Cricket.
All right.
I'm fucking bad.
Younger ears.
I searched people. Okay, that's one of the main tasks that I had. That I would search people.
So how did they do that, Jay? Did they like on Avengers, like Ant-Man when he was on Iron Man's shoulder? Did you like run through their clothes and stuff? And
Oh, she's small
I do have a funny story about like me falling
into a guy's
Shut up,
pocket.
Yeah.
moving.
Oh.
Do you have anything in
along.
the pocket that can hurt me? I have a
Yes.
I have a combat cricket.
like when they ask the cops, is there anything in your pocket that will stab me? Yes. I have
It's a cricket.
I call her Cricket, but she'll stab a bitch.
You have a cricket in your pocket? It'll stab me?
All of a sudden, you go like this, and cricket just jumps like a freaking monkey over.
Like a flying squirrel, bro.
Yeah, flying squirrel. My bad.
Should be the spider monkey.
Yay, Kyle. Why did someone say yay, Kyle?
Because we were talking about he's about to finish.
Talking about him about to finish out there in DC. Yeah.
Oh,
We're talking about baby Jesus, Kyle.
Yes, I'm like, Kyle. Like I stayed away from that.
Look at Kenny.
Could be Kyle Larson. He won the NASCAR thing this year, so he was doing pretty good driving.
Well, we were talking about a whole nother Kyle.
His wife, oh my God, it's freaking hilarious. I love his wife. After he wins, she pops a hole in a Busch Latte and shotguns that thing on stage next to the checkered flag.
Yeah. Her husband just won a bunch of money.
Well, no, every race she does like multiples. Like she's a good girl, like beer drinking freaking woman.
Redneck.
Yeah,
Her husband races NASCAR,
Class,
who makes a lot of money.
Oh yeah,
Like,
hey y'all and yeehaw.
yeah.
Right.
She's not up there.
So I
in a
just found out. So
boozy
I remember.
Gucci thing. She's drinking Busch Lights and slamming them. I can't even shotgun beer.
So I don't know. I know Ducky might not know about it. Dave might. Jade might. Dots Pretzels.
Yes.
So I just found out my number to sell out. To sell my company. I just found my number. So Dots Pretzels, I don't know if it's an offer or if it's a sale price. They are a local South Dakota company, started up in the Dakota somewhere.
Right.
They're literally every store I'm in, they're in, and like triple that. They're everywhere.
Yeah, I've heard of them here in Iowa.
They're in they're in every gas station, grocery stores, you name it. Well, I think it was Hershey just offered to buy them out or is buying them out for $1.2 billion with the B dollars. And I saw that and I'm like, you know what? I'd be like, hello. Like, well, you
Put half of it in the bank and let me
no
live.
habla inglés. Like what?
You'd be at the tattoo shop getting a big dollar sign behind that beard logo.
Behind the beard. Like
No.
I saw that and I'm
You'd
like,
end up coming down to Australia and relaunching.
well, the thing is, it was funny because I remember joking with a buddy because he was like, a long time ago, like 3 or 4 years ago, he was talking about like, would you ever sell out if people came to you? And we were talking and we were like, if someone came and was like 20 million, I'm like, no. He's like 30 million. I'm like, no. Well, we never got to the B's. And then when I saw that, I'm like, literally, that's like tangible. Like, I'm like thinking about it. Like, would I walk away from Beard BQ sauce for 1.2 billion? I'm like, not only walk, I would sea walk, jig, fucking like
He'd strip naked and do the naked mile.
Like literally, like
you'd throw the keys to Ruby to whoever gave you that money.
They do not get Ruby. They do not get my trailer. I would be that's so the cool thing about it is the way my company's broken down, it's Beard BQ or Beard BQ Co, Beard BQ sauce, and then Beard BQ foods and catering. I'm thinking a company like that would only want the sauce because that's what they produce and put out there. Right. I would still work a deal where I can still go out and do my food truck thing. So I would still,
using your sauce. Yeah,
I would still do that. Except my food truck would be like a semi truck, and it'd be wrapped. The whole semi truck would be wrapped, and then it'd be another semi truck that'd be my house, and then another semi truck would be the dog's house, and then I have drivers. And then I'd have a helicopter to take me to places.
Strap it down on top of the semi.
I need to go to the loo. I need to go to the bathroom. I think I'll take the helicopter.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised he didn't end up getting a train instead.
Well, unfortunately, trains don't go as many places in the United States as they used to.
Yeah.
Highways do, trains do not. They used to, but there's a lot of train lines that are actually no longer in use.
It always cracks me up when
Yeah.
you see those Facebook questions that, like, you know, would you slap a coworker for $1 million? And my
It
thought,
ain't even about the money.
no, my thought is, okay, you might have to give me a couple days to raise $1 million, but yeah, I'd slap somebody, you know. Instead of getting paid, it's like, I'm gonna pay. Yeah, I'll pay that to slap a motherfucker, especially, you know.
Some of those videos, I don't duet them or stitch them, but it's the guys with the, you know, the gold, and those dudes are like, would you
What would
smack
you
me in
do?
the face with, and it's like, I want to just duet it when it
What
goes,
would
would you
I-
smack me
what
in the
would you
face?
do?
And I just want to be like, right before even they get to the money, and go, yes. Yes, I would smack you in the face,
Hey, motherfucker.
you know.
Some of them ones about, like, where they've got, like, I've seen the 2 Medea women come through your door. I've seen the one where it's like the Jesus lookalike come through your door. You know, it's like, what would you do if I broke into your house? And it's like, oh no, I don't know. I should not comment.
I think the best one so far, a guy holds up a glass of water, and he goes, first of all, we're going to do a DNA test, like to make sure you can turn water into wine. And then the second thing he goes, and if you pass that, what's your dad have against the Detroit Lions?
Oh,
And I was like, oh, burn.
No, it's like the Texas cop.
Uh-huh.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, the big black
He's
dude that puts
really tall cop.
and he
Like,
puts
would you punch me for 10 million or whatever?
yeah.
Been halfway tempted to freaking video myself climbing up on something in my freaking flying squirrel and just
Do it.
serious.
I just-
Unfortunately for cricket, you would end up having to have a pair of big legs and something hanging down between the legs, and she'd be
My
doing she'd be doing the whole speedball.
I mean, I'm like,
She just got visual.
one, I gotta think safety wise on this. Like, how am I going to actually like flying squirrel my camera without hurting myself?
GoPro.
I don't have one.
Have the stand set up behind you where, like, you launch and have Rob's pants filled with, like, straw or pillows, and so when you land on them, it's soft.
Something, maybe. I don't know. I've been thinking that this would be really funny, but it's also like I kind of like it in my little TikTok world where I'm not like,
Oh, my TikTok
I'm
world has took a twist for the evil dark side. I'm getting all kinds of weirdness on mine.
I kind
Mother
of
of
posted a little.
Reba.
Hello, Miss Reba. I posted something that kind of took off more than I thought it would, but it
Mhm.
also mentions the mandates that are being disputed.
Oh, got ya.
So it started to like kind of take off, and I got a couple of those comments that are just like me, but then I just didn't respond to them, and it kind of plateaued out. So
I need to find Todd real quick.
I like my little TikTok world because I just don't want the freaking bullshit that comes
You
with all
gotta
the trolls.
Listen to this from Todd. I gotta turn my Bluetooth off. You said mandates. It reminded me of
Fuck.
Todd. He's a comedian. Actually a comedian on TikTok, but this is him on mandates.
I've been at this job for 3 years, and I just sent in my letter of resignation because they've announced that they're going to start enforcing mandates. I'm married, and even if I wasn't, I would date women,
Mandates.
and that should be okay.
Yeah.
The reason why I did that
Oh
is
no,
because
he's the one
Cricket
that
knew.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
completely takes things
Yeah,
completely
because
wrong.
this is yeah.
What's something completely normal that shouldn't gross you out,
Yeah.
yet it does anyway? Birds. Women with a handicap.
Wait, what?
What's that?
Women with a handicap?
Are we recording?
We're always recording. We have like a TikTok bromance. Just go ahead. Just say what you're gonna say.
Okay.
Just
okay,
say it.
look. I said it.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick by it. Women with a handicap.
I'm just gonna assume you're talking about golf.
I'm not talking about golf. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I'm saying like it's just disgusting, and I'm sure it's gross
No,
with men.
No, I don't want you to call it disgusting. I feel like you're really gonna cross.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Look, here's the thing. I dated this woman a while ago.
Okay.
Before I got married, who said that she was saving herself for marriage.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with
No,
that.
yeah, it was good. And the only thing she would do is give hand jobs. But she put a cap on how many she was going to do before she got married. And I just think women with a handicap is, where are you going?
Handicap.
Where are you going? Like the veteran one.
Oh,
Women
You
with
know
a
what
handicap.
American,
What's up?
play the veteran one.
Oh god, that was old. I don't even know because I
Which
do.
one it
Ooh,
is?
I duetted him with the veteran one. That was old
I know it's been a while.
because this is on this account because this is my original account.
shapes. Yeah, those are crackers. Barbecue, not bad. I actually don't mind the Vegemite shapes.
Barbecue crackers.
Think of cheese nips, Jade.
Okay. Okay.
Cheesy nipples.
Thought we were gonna do spicy.
Yeah, I can't.
I had my first appeal on a comment. I put about tanning behind.
No, these are a bit like Cheez-Its.
Yeah, that's just what I said. They're
Yeah,
like
that's
Cheez-Its,
it.
but
That's
flavored.
because
Yeah.
you said
Yeah.
crackers. So when you say crackers, I'm thinking saltine crackers. I
Well,
don't
they are salty.
call Cheez-Its crackers.
Really?
They're kind
I
of
call-
crackers.
I
Cheez-Its
call
are
them
crackers.
I call them Cheez-Its.
Well, I call them Cheez-Its too, but they're still crackers.
Even
Yeah.
if
In
it's like
regards- yeah.
non-brand name, there's
And
still
them
like
them
little
them
Cheez-Its.
Vegemite ones were actually pretty good, bro. Not gonna lie.
Really?
Yes.
I've never tried Vegemite.
Vegemite. If there's who was it? There was someone I saw actually did a Vegemite scroll, and what we do with Vegemite is it's a bit like a bear claw. We put a thin layer of Vegemite and then cover it with 3 types of cheese, roll it up, and then bake it.
Oh, sounds good.
So
Bear claw to me with cheese doesn't.
it's savory
Ducky has
like a
been
pretzel.
like throwing like yeah.
Yes,
curveballs all night.
Here in
All
the
night.
States, a bear claw is like a pastry from a donut shop that has walnuts or pecans or something, and it's got a nice glaze over the top, and it kind of looks like a bear claw.
Well, for us,
Not
it's
the one
more
that
of a
I'm
scroll.
thinking of. No.
Yeah, I'm never gonna find
the
Todd's veteran one,
glaze.
but it was
It was pretty
hilarious because he
fucking
goes
funny.
because he talks about gays in the military or something
Did
like
you
that.
know that there
Yeah.
are over 10,000 military homos?
Yeah, homos.
Oh yeah, I remember
homo,
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
10,000
yeah,
military
yeah.
homos, and he goes,
And
"What?"
this is bad. This is horrible to hear. And then he is interrupted. Like, what'd I say? Like, homo. No, I said homeless. Homeless. Homeless.
Yeah, see, Ducky, that's just a cinnamon
That's
roll.
a cinnamon roll.
Okay. As you can see there,
Yeah,
it's
we've been
Vegemite inside
we've
of
been
it.
random all night tonight.
Yeah, welcome to my show, Random Foods. So, no, Cheesy Mite Scrolls, Vegemite, absolutely love it. There's then also you end up getting their all sorts of other food, and then
Couldn't figure out.
in regards to Bill's comment about the storm, we had high winds last night, but no real storm. We've had a little bit of rain. It could hit today. We're expecting it to hit today, but it hasn't really. Where I
So
live
it's
now,
just
I'm
like
actually
a big storm system
Yes.
that's coming
There's
through,
a-
and it's
there's a big
unusual
storm
for
system.
you, or
Yes, because usually now it's warming up. So as I said earlier, it's been very warm, and now it's chilled down to the point where it's an Arctic blast or an
it is
Antarctica blast.
not.
We've had a blast from the south come up and through, and so it's really hit us for 6.
Sorry, I got someone trying to get me to send barbecue sauce to Michigan. So
The one that looks like a hand.
the one that looks like a hand, it has a lot of lakes around it.
Is there going to be glitter in it?
No.
Adi, I will say, like, if you honestly want help with appeals and stuff like that with Facebook and YouTube specifically, contact Tom. He's amazing.
Tommy's gone through that a few times.
He's already appealed something on our show this evening.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
I don't. Yeah, I honestly don't know, because the sound bits that we've used have been used this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what we got hit with, but just to say, Ani, yeah, if you get hit with something like Tom, like, you can message us and we'll put you in contact with Tom, or you can message Tom. Ducky, have you ever experienced a blizzard?
Not here in Australia, but
Ever.
I did when I was in Dublin.
Well, you ever? Huh?
Yes. When I was in Dublin, Ireland, 4 days after Christmas, it snowed, and that was in January.
Tom can't help you with TikTok, buddy.
But
I don't know if he can or can't, but he knows in and outs and stuff that you might be able to. Sorry, you might be able to talk to him. Just see how he words certain things to appeal.
Well, the thing is, it's different than Facebook, because when you have an issue with TikTok, it is your initial appeal process. Trust me, I'm already going through it with my account.
Yeah, good luck finding anywhere
your initial
from
appeals process. But there's another area where you can actually put your appeal in, or like feedback in, but they don't have to look at it.
Yeah. What are you going on?
Look at it.
7 weeks, 8 weeks,
9 weeks.
9 weeks, man.
So the yellow is
bad.
Huh?
Rain.
Yeah, yellow bad. Green is good. Yellow bad.
Green is light winds and everything else. Yellow is.
So is it like, does it go into like purple and blue and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just curious. So I'm curious. Like I said, Tucky's got me
probably
all over the fucking place.
That's going to probably hit us in the next 2 to 3 hours. So it's coming down from what we call Port Augusta, which is at the top of the foot of South Australia.
I just read something that's true.
And it's coming straight south.
Found you, Jade.
You found it?
Oh, shit.
No!
I read that there are over 10,000 United States military veterans that are homos. And I think that is embarrassing. I think that, what's that?
Todd, homeless.
Homeless?
Yeah, you said it.
What did I say?
You said homos.
Homos? No. Homeless. Homeless. The fact that there's over 10,000 homeless, that sucks. The homeless don't suck.
Well, maybe they do.
That's embarrassing. That's just stop talking. Veterans, homeless, the homo. Just get off.
The homos don't suck. Well, maybe they do suck.
That was hilarious.
He is hilarious. No. Oh God, that dude
The
is funny.
realizations of I fucked up.
Yes.
I fucked
Oh
up.
no.
Hello, lady.
Oh my goodness. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go check on my smoker.
Oh yeah, you're doing food stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I have everything down. Oh, dude. Let you know. So the grill must have had an update. So I was in town because I already have my probes in the meat on another app, and it's Wi-Fi, and I can check it. Like Ducky can download my app and check it if I hooked it up.
Nice.
And so I was in town, and I'm like, well,
That's
let me check
actually
the
kinda
temp on the
cool to
meat.
think about.
I'm like, let me check the temp on the meat. Cool. And I'm like, well, I hit the grill one just by mistake, and it popped up, and I'm like, oh my God. I was 40 miles away from home, and my grill popped up, and it showed me my temp, my temp on my. I was like, it finally works like it's supposed to.
Say you're bougie without saying you're bougie. I can control my grill by phone.
From 40 miles away.
Look at me.
I can control his grill from across the world.
Right?
Felix
Yeah.
is about
Only
to
one
be like,
problem.
block,
I'd change
block,
it all
block,
to
block.
Celsius.
Yeah. Block, firewall. Like,
Yeah.
what do you have all these firewalls? Oh, that's just for my grill. Everything else is open.
Yeah. Felix is gonna wake up
Because
in the
some
morning.
bloody Aussie keeps changing it from Fahrenheit to Celsius.
Yeah. I only have. Well, you know, my grill, it does that on mine. If you hold the button down up here in the top right corner, it will change it from Fahrenheit to Celsius.
Felix is gonna be
Online.
doing a freaking brisket, and it'll go from 350 up to like 9,000. You know.
Yeah, like if you hold it. Yep. You turn it and bam, it is. Stop beeping at me, fucker.
Michael.
Yeah. So the
Oh
the
yeah,
brisket
Mike. Yeah.
is at 180 degrees Celsius. Well, the grill is at 180 degrees Celsius, but then I could take it back to, you know, the people that run the world, you know, Fahrenheit, because we have nukes and shit.
What? Where?
We are getting nukes. We are getting nuclear submarines.
No, we have nuclear bombs.
No, nuke submarines carry nukes.
Yeah, but they're not the good ones. They're like the ones we didn't want anymore.
Who was I talking to, or who were we talking to, where the guy talked about? No, it was so I was at Sacred Mountain. I'm not saying who said this, but he's a Marine. He's on the boat. They're overseas, and they're off the back deck, and the lights are off, and they're smoking cigars and cigarettes and whatnot. And he goes, they heard this rumble, and they all get up and they look over the boat, and there's this big orange glow in the water, and they're like, they don't know like if they should jump overboard. They're kind of freaking out, like what the hell's going on? And he goes, literally 100 yards away, this freaking tomahawk comes out of the water and like hits, you know, if you ever seen a tomahawk, he goes, it's the loudest noise, like it just erupts out of the water. And it's not, when it's underwater, it's not actually on. That's just the propellant getting it out. It turns on right when it's like 4 feet above the water. It goes, it was the loudest shit ever. It just like bright light, long ass missile. Then it lights up and he goes, they just like, everyone looked around and they're just like, did that just fucking happen? Like what the hell? He goes, for
You
one.
see me? Yeah,
He
I
goes,
see
yeah.
you.
He goes, for one,
You see
we just
me?
figured out we were trolling around with a sub because we didn't know there was a sub in our group. And he goes, the whole next day, like, they're like, hey, did you? No one's like, he goes, no one was talking about it. Like, it never fucking happened.
There you go.
Yeah.
Confirmation.
He goes,
Well,
who did we just bomb? He goes, there's like nothing. Like nothing. They just launched a random, and I was joking with him. I'm like, maybe it was a guy inside the fire deck, like made a mistake and put his like elbow down on something. And was like, oh shit! Like,
my bad.
oopsie.
I think the
Then the guy goes down to count all the shit. Like, we have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 4.
I think the scariest thing that I've seen was submarine and so the Collins class submarines, which are diesel powered.
Oh, that's old.
Oh yeah, I was actually there when they launched the first one here in South Australia.
Like you were alive when they launched a diesel class submarine.
Yes.
Wow.
And that is
Aussies might be in the future, but technology they're in the past.
Okay. HMAS Collins.
Can't really fight that.
HMAS Collins is one of our submarines here in South Australia, or in Australia. It was started to be built in February 1990 and launched 28th of August 1993. So 1993 is when our first diesel submarine for South Australia was actually launched.
This is a big.
And when Australia decided to play war games with the American Navy over at Hawaii in a thing called RIMPAC, the American sub turned around and said, "Oh, the Australians, we can't find them." Yeah, sure enough, we were actually hiding underneath them, taking photos of their
You guys
submarine.
pulled a Top Gun.
I
was
inverted.
No, see, I was inverted. I love that T-shirt. There's a T-shirt that says that. I was inverted.
Oh, and it's gotten into so many different shows. Like I've seen it on 2.5 Men. I've seen it on Survivor. I've seen it on so many.
There's a new show on Netflix that it's the Black Cowboy show. Like the whole cast is black. It's a cowboy show. It has Idris Elba. It has Regina King. It has a lot of well-known, black actors in it. And in the movie, it's a really good movie. I haven't watched the whole thing because I'm really not into cowboy movies. But I guess I'm going to watch it again because there's things that the director. I like when people put Easter eggs in movies. So I guess like when they break this guy out, he goes up to all his guys in his gang. And like Regina King helps break him out, and he walks up to her and he like leans down and like, when it's not hugging someone, but he puts his head by her neck. And then another guy, he walks up and puts his head, their foreheads don't bump, but they kind of put their foreheads together. And this guy kind of broke certain parts of the movie down. And he goes, if you watch a Pride of Lions, when lions are in a pride and they trust each other, they always do that. Like, and dogs, they kind of do that head bump.
Oh yeah, cats do it too.
Yeah, cats do it when they trust you. And in the movie, he does that with his gang, And then there's another part of the movie where Regina King, they're I don't know if she's holding someone up, but she has her hand up like this, and then she does this, and then she tells everyone to leave, and she kind of rolls her finger and does that. And it was a nod to the Malcolm X movie that what's his name? Denzel Washington was in. Because in Malcolm X, when they were in front of the police station and all the guys were lined up, he did the same movement to tell them to leave. He held his hand up, did that, and had them go. And then I guess on the train, they're walking by. It's a nod to actually Chadwick Boseman. His name's actually on the train. Black Panther.
Yeah, neat.
Yeah, so there's a lot of really cool Easter eggs in that movie. I'm going to have to really watch it again and like,
I like looking in commercials and TV series to see what changes. Plus, I like to look at the clocks because if you look at the clocks, a lot of times, a lot of the clocks are stuck at 4:20.
That's probably the set guys are like, And the thing is, I wish I liked Westerns more, but I just don't. It's just like, I don't know. It's just, I'm a future guy. Like, I like space science. Like, Westerns are just like, I go in my head, I'm like, they had shitty toilets, no good toilet paper, no good water, no really good whiskey. Like, everything is just, I put myself into it. It's like, it's always dirty, like, yeah, I love little Easter eggs like that. So, yeah, watch that movie. And you know, and that was only a couple that I watched about the lion pride thing and the hand, and then when they're on the train and you go by, you see the initials like Chadwick, whatever his middle name was, and then Bozeman on the train, you know. So
Well,
it was
it's
really
even
interesting.
something with like lion prides, and I believe it's wolves too. The female will put their head under the male's head or their
Yep.
chin, like their chin,
Yeah.
because they are actually protecting the throat of the male.
Yeah.
Yep. So no, it was really cool. I was like, man, I like Easter eggs. I need to really rewatch that, because there's a guy on TikTok who that's what he does. He breaks down the Easter eggs in movies and TV shows.
Well, speaking of new TV shows that are coming out.
Ooh, I gotta go. Be right back.
Yeah, puppies are barking.
Who's got briskets?
Yes, that too. Australian Vampire Hunters.
Come on.
Firebite. Yeah, Australian Vampire Hunters premieres on AMC Plus starting on Thursday, December 16. It was filmed in South Australia.
What is AMC Butts? Is that our Netflix or
AMC
or Hulu?
Plus?
AMC American Movie Channel, I think. It's just a separate channel thing.
Oh, okay.
Like National Geographic's, like Food
that
Network.
picture that you just showed, it, like I thought Mad Max.
Yes. They have basically brought a vampire hunter like Mad Max.
Nice Subi.
Subi woo.
Yeah. Funnily enough, a friend of mine
Sorry,
is
I
actually
will never call
working
it
on the
anything
set.
else.
Scooby Doo.
No,
Where are you?
Woo. Woo.
Actually, we've got a WRX that's driving around.
Them are nice.
He's actually got it as Scooby Doo.
Cool.
Oh, so he does do, not the woo. Oh
Nice.
my god, that's too funny. How do I know more about this show than I don't even know about it?
Yeah. No, so that TV show that's coming out in December, that's a friend of mine here in South Australia is working on the set. So
cool.
They're doing the finalizations and everything else. So that might actually be a good one for you guys to sort of stream, so I can see it as well. Because we don't know when we're going to get it here in Australia. So, but no.
Send me a message with all the details of like where exactly I can find it, and I will try to help you do so.
Yeah.
Subi woo.
Yes, absolutely.
So, I know that there is a high-profile case going through trial right now that I do want to hit on. It seems like Felix is not. However, there is another thing that came up. So a town close to where I live and kind of personal with me. There was a shooting that happened in June. Okay, so I thought it was July, but it was in June. So there was an individual in June who made either a journal or posts and stuff like that he was after this city's, specifically the police. Ooh, excuse me. And he pulled up in his vehicle, went down, and shot a police officer dead, which this individual police officer was a school resource officer who was on the beat because it was during the summer, so obviously he's not in the school, and he was shot dead. My personal family knows this police officer. He then leaves from shooting that officer, goes back to his vehicle, retrieves a different rifle when he was engaged by a civilian who then shot and killed him. Unfortunately, how the events had happened and how everything was set, like, not set up, but I'm just saying, just like how the views and stuff like that, like we have an officer down, we have active shooter type of situation. The Good Samaritan that actually shot and killed the shooter was shot and killed himself. Not killed himself, but he was killed because he was misidentified as the active shooter. So just in the past, they updated it today actually. Just in the past, okay, so he was misidentified as the shooter, shot and killed. Good Samaritan, good guy with a gun, stopped the bad guy with the gun, was shot by police and unfortunately killed. The DA just came out that the police officer is not going to face any charges. None. And I don't know how to feel about it.
For misinformation, that's here in Australia, I know that if you do unfortunately have to use your weapon and everything, a lot of the time they'll use tasers first, than firearms. But unfortunately, with that sort of situation, I don't exactly know how they would react. Main issue is the fact of down here in Australia with their high revolvers and things like that. A lot of them are licensed, so you know who's got what, and if someone made a comment like that on social media or anything else, they would actually be on a high watch list. So I think that
Happy Veterans Day, love.
I think that the fact that
Happy Veterans Day from America.
No, it's Remembrance Day. Here in Australia, it's Remembrance Day.
Do you say Happy Remembrance Day, or do you just say Remembrance Day?
It's Remembrance Day because 11/11, which is the end of World War One.
Yep.
Okay.
So I was I had my plumber here actually fixing my sink at 11/11. So I turned around, I said tools down for him, and he's turned around, he's gone, no, I'm here to work, and I've gone, no, tools down.
Yeah.
And he's like, right, okay, it's that time. So
no, I get that. I totally get that. Yeah.
So yeah. But Bill's off to work, and I've got to do a few things. My partner has tasked me with a marvelous task of going down to Spandex and getting more sticker vinyl, because we're starting to relaunch our business again.
Oh, cool. Nice.
So t-shirts, heat press, everything.
All right, so you're jumping off?
I will be jumping off, unfortunately.
So final thoughts, safety brief, good sir. Final
thoughts of the day are: make sure everyone's safe. Make sure your buddies are always there that want to. If you haven't heard from someone in a couple of weeks, couple of months, just send them a text. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know that is going on in their life. I myself haven't heard from about 3 or 4 friends in months, and I sent them a text going, "Hey, what's going on?" And they had been going through a lot of problems, and they were actually glad that I was able to reach out to them and say, "Hey, making sure you're safe." So always remember to reach out. You never know who's going to need it. So thank you very much, and I will see you all soon.
So, yes, our token Aussie is about to step out. Love you. Thank you so much for joining.
Thanks, Dougie.
So, American.
You're on mute, bro. No here.
Who me?
There you
Oh,
go.
someone muted me.
Oh, you were gone. When you were gone, I could hear the dogs. So that was my bad. My bad.
I'm about to say.
So can I bring up something that's kind of relevant to what's going? Not relevant, but just
Bring it up.
so the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Have y'all been watching it?
Nope.
Saw a couple highlights here and there.
So since day 3, I've actually been like watching the trial and the witness testimonies and stuff like that. There is a lot of shit. A lot of shit that I like. There was a lot of things that I had thought maybe that were completely just like debunked because I'm paying attention to the actual evidence that is being presented to the jury. And I've been finding it through different resources. Like I've been seeing live feeds on TikTok, live feeds on YouTube, the news sources and stuff like that, just watching different things, but watching it live. And I found out that the best thing for me listening to the case was just it's a YouTube source with the comments off and actually listening to the case. Kyle Rittenhouse himself took the stand today.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like this prosecution has been talking down ever since the defense has started to call witnesses and stuff like that. I've noticed that the prosecutioners have just been like demeaning in their way of questioning.
Well,
Yeah.
the judge even said, he goes, if you're playing for a mistrial, don't freaking do it. I'm not going to let that happen, basically. And
They almost called a mistrial today.
That's what they think the
Well, the
defense
almost.
That's what they think that the prosecutor is doing, is trying to deliberately tank it, which is a risk, because if it gets dismissed without if it gets dismissed with prejudice, that means he walks totally free.
So here's one of the things that John just said. Like,
oh yeah,
I watched the judge say, and this was while the jury, because they have to keep freaking not dismissing, but moving the jury out of the freaking courtroom because the prosecution, and even a couple times with the defense and stuff like that, where the judge has been like, hey, no, yeah, like jury needs to move out. We need to talk about this.
Yeah, this is something you should have brought up in chambers, not out open.
But I believe the jury was not present at this time, that there were people in the courtroom recording the faces of the jury.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And that was at the same time while certain organization witnesses were called, because the defense even called or said, so you're not affiliated with certain affiliation. He said no, but you have spoke in an this organization's presentation, correct? Yes.
Yep.
Are they here in the courtroom with you today? Are some of the members of that that certain affiliation in the courtroom today? Yes. Y'all, this I really really hope that this child gets, and I say child because he truly is a child. He's 18 now, but like I truly hope that he gets a fair trial. This bullshit of how he has been painted for the last freaking year, how the different organizations and stuff like that around it. I hope that that does not sway the jury into a certain way or the other, because, well, if I feel this certain way, but I'm not going to say I feel this way because I fear this reaction. And I just
Oh, Kennesaw.
you
Kennesaw is
see what
going to
I'm
burn.
you
It's going to that town. No matter what the verdict is, that town's going to burn because nobody will be happy.
Yeah. It'll be crazy.
I don't feel so. I feel like if it goes, and I'm gonna fucking say it, you know, like I said, I went like law enforcement type with the military hit with me, and served and trained with civilian law enforcement within my ranks, that I know there's certain things. However, my bias on like some things, like I can't be biased, but there's just so many things that if
So I live in South Dakota.
if
We
he
ain't
is
got that kind of
convicted,
drama.
what I'm saying, if he is convicted of murder charges, is a certain party going to actually riot?
Well, I think one party will and one party won't.
And that's what I'm saying. And we'll leave it at that. Because
one party is
I've
just looking
honestly,
for
I've been watching since
one party is
I've
looking
been
for an excuse, and one party, hopefully, how do I put it? Until people realize that the media and the government aren't on our side, just like me and Dave were talking about the Travis Scott thing last night. You know, with like, I'm not a fan because I don't listen to his music. Not that I don't like his music, I just don't listen to it. But all the first videos you saw made it look like he wasn't, like, caring about the crowd or the EMTs or the firefighter, of what was going on. And then you get to see like video now where there's people in the crowd that were actually climbing up to the camera guys, and the camera guys were calling, and that's what alerted him to stop the concert and start pointing people out. And he did that, and they're like, well, he had auto tune on. Well, he had auto tune. He had,
it don't
it
matter
was a
about
part of his,
auto-tune.
huh?
It doesn't matter about auto-tune or not.
Well, no, well, people were saying that he didn't stop it because he had auto tune on. Well, it was on, and he was talking to the
You
mic.
could hear where
because it was like he was like security, and auto tune would like phase in while he was talking. So people were like, he was trying to keep the concert going, and he goes, no. But where does it come into people's personal responsibility in a crowd? You know what I mean? It's the same thing.
You're talking about a different case, and I honestly, Bleak, I have a lot of opinions on that one. But I'm talking about the Rittenhouse case right now.
Well, no, I just mean
I'm just saying that,
how
like,
they're
I
showing.
noticed, because I've been watching through multiple different platforms, left leaning, right leaning, central, everything, watching it. And I've been watching, I've been listening as much as I can, but like even on breaks and stuff like that, people are commenting certain things. They're like trolls and bots and stuff. They keep saying the same things, but I've noticed certain individuals who actually say something that they're not listening to the actual evidence that has
Yeah,
come through.
they never
And
do.
this is what
When they bring people's TikTok
is
account
dangerous.
in
This
question,
is what is dangerous. Like this is not like I don't know if it was TikTok or it was YouTube or whatever news source I was looking through. I saw a commenter that I know is not a bot that said it doesn't matter if he is proven innocent or not. If he walks, he will be taken care of after. And that type of shit is what is I don't understand it. I don't understand. Like if you are not going to pay attention to the details because I've been proved wrong on some of the things that I thought by watching and listening to the trial. The evidence presented and the evidence presented. There are things that I did not know, or I thought because not only hearsay, but when I'm like looking into this case and what has been released, yeah, I'm a little fucking biased, a little bit, because I'm a mom, everything else like Second Amendment, whatever, little bit biased, but at the same time, while this evidence is being presented, these witness statements that are coming out, the expert witness statements are coming out. The evidence has been presented to me that yeah, these little tiny details that I thought were actually wrong. So I take that into account. But this, dare I say, woke mob is not listening to that.
oh no, they're never going to listen.
And this is what is dangerous, because if this guy who is truly self-defense in a lot of people's opinions is proven guilty of first-degree murder, where does self-defense go from there?
Oh, there's a lot of stuff that goes from there. Like Second Amendment is on shaky ground with this. That's why it's getting so much coverage.
My only thing is like this is from a person who doesn't watch the news, from a person who doesn't research shit. Just like I
I will say this.
If you don't want
my opinion that I just stated,
yeah,
with it being self-defense, with the evidence that has been presented, that is my opinion.
Okay, no, same here. My opinion, if you don't want shit, it's like okay, it's like a white dude wearing a Klan robe walking through Compton. It's like shit was going on there where he was at, and he had a gun.
As far as you understand.
Yeah, shit, not him, but like civil unrest was going on where he was at, and he was in an area where there was shit going on, and he was there with a gun. So you have to be, and I'm a firearm, I carry guns. You have to be responsible for your actions and where you are and situation you're where. I'm not going to go to a rally for the Boogaloo Boys and Black Lives Matter because there's a very good possibility that some shit's going to go down and I might have to defend myself, and that might take on the form of something that I don't really want to have to do. So I just won't be there. Like I said, I didn't research it, but from what I saw when it happened, I don't know why he was there. Like I said, I'm not listening to it, but like me just popping in, looking at the video,
I'm just gonna say,
why was he there? Why was he there with a gun?
Dude had good trigger discipline. He like one shot,
he did.
one kill. He didn't like. he did.
Well, no, he did. You know,
Yeah.
he saved his own life. He protected himself. It
Just
is
saying.
self-defense. But you
Oh,
put yourself in a.
Yeah,
you went to
put
the hood.
yourself there. Yeah.
Like, why'd you go there?
I
Why'd
totally
you
get
even-
that.
He
All I was
was-
trying to say.
Okay, so a lot of the things that people don't understand, which is one of the things, is that like the weapon crossed state lines. It never did.
No.
It never did. Wisconsin state law states that a 16-year-old or older can open carry a rifle.
Yeah, which is basically it's a
Which is
long
what
rifle.
he
That's an
did.
AR-15.
However, he went down and he was seen and photographed earlier in the day cleaning graffiti. He just so happened to be friends with somebody that said, "Hey, let's, like I'm being asked to protect this property." And honestly, like being as young as he was, there was an Army infantry veteran and a Marine veteran that kind of like took him under their wing because he appeared young. They didn't know how old he was, but they attempted to like kind of keep tabs on him. He got separated. He got separated and forced beyond the police line where he was attempting to get back to the group.
And see, that's my
And he had an aggressor that had threatened him earlier in the night.
That's
twice.
my thing is, first of all, you're going to clean graffiti or whatever your story is. You were somewhere carrying a weapon.
He wasn't carrying a weapon when he was cleaning graffiti, by the way.
I'm not talking about when he was cleaning graffiti. I'm talking about why he's in court.
Right.
You were out carrying a weapon. I'm gonna just bring it to the. I'm gonna just bring it to the.
Why do you?
Bring it to
Okay,
the real. If you don't
I'm
want
gonna,
the smoke, don't bring the fire.
Why do you carry a firearm?
Don't go into shit and expect to come out shining if you walk into a situation that you shouldn't be in the first place. If I'm there cleaning, and I say I'm not on his side or against him, I care less. Not my life. I stay out of that kind of shit. But how I look at it, you picked up a gun, you're cleaning graffiti. I don't care. You're not trained. You're a kid. You shouldn't have a fucking weapon because you're not trained. That's first of all, you're not trained. Trigger discipline. He learned it on TV. He's not trained.
Did you? And I'm gonna make it personal for you.
Yeah.
Did you train or give your son gun safety lessons or anything like that growing up before
he trained
before
IDPA
before the age of 18?
Yes, my son trained IDPA. He shot. He trained under me, and he was trained, but he was also trained. Don't situational awareness. Like, don't be somewhere.
Well, and there's a lot of videos too. He is situational aware.
Okay, you're situational aware. So how do you go from washing graffiti to carrying a gun in the streets?
Because so he was cleaning graffiti off earlier in the day.
Okay.
And this is all my opinion and what I've seen of the trial, because I've been watching the live trial since day 3.
Got ya.
So since day 3, I've been watching the trial like 98% in its entirety. Been watching it with the evidence and everything that's been shown since day 3 to today. So he went down there with good intentions. His friends and stuff like that, people that he knew, his friends were asked to watch over this car lot. There are actually 3 main car lots that they were asked to watch over. And they were not right next to each other.
Yeah.
So with the riots that happened the day before, there was police presence. The National Guard had been called in and stuff like that. He didn't even have his firearm on him most of the night. But at the time that he got separated from his group was when he was cornered.
So
And I understand. Yes, that
people are
yes.
passing up
When
a thing. You come down. So are you a security guard? Are you trained in security? You're going to protect a car lot. Is it your personal property? It's a car lot. I will burn 1 billion cars and save one life. You put
well,
yourself
he
in.
has
You put.
admitted on stand that he
Yeah,
will not use deadly force to protect a car that has no individual
I
around
get
it
that.
or in it.
Totally understand that. But he put his. So this is the way it's brought in self-defense, that when I trained self-defense, when you carry firearms, even when I went through the classes, if you put yourself in a situation where you have to use deadly force, they will backtrack it. Like, okay, how'd you get to this point? And when they go back, and if it was something avoidable, you're at fault. In self-defense law, that is right there. If it was avoidable, where you did not have to put yourself in that situation, life, limb, you were there. Like, so say I come to my house and I don't know if Amber's in here. So, and I see the door kicked in or the garage broken in, I can go into my home because I call her, she's not answering. She might be in my home. So I can go in, and if I see someone and they're threatening, I can use deadly force. But if I see all this shit and I call Amber and she's at work, I call the cops. It's putting yourself in situations where you're forced to use deadly force. Like, so everything up to it, to me, it's just, I'm not saying fishy or suspicious, it's just weird. It's just weird. He should, me personally, he should have had someone to advise him better, and he wouldn't be in this situation. He wouldn't have had to take lives. He wouldn't. He wouldn't, because
He was
anyone.
separated from his group that were looking over him.
The thing is, you shouldn't have been in the group. You shouldn't have had a gun. You shouldn't have been in that
Nobody
situation.
should have been there. It was after curfew.
Yeah,
Nobody should have
no
been there.
one should have been in there. But that's what I'm saying. People are rationalizing that he was with people with gun and he got separated from the group. That doesn't matter. It is literally with self-defense law with guns. It is black and white. You put yourself in a situation, and it's very weird that it's even gotten this far, because I've seen self-defense cases, because when you go through these courses and you look at the blotter on stuff, they do it black and white. It's literally not even drawn out. The only reason this is drawn out is for politics. And I think it's put it in the public spotlight because they want shit to burn. They want people to see this, and they want shit to burn. Because any other day,
That's
this kid would have been cited, charged, and went to court, and it would have been hashed out in self-defense court. Because truly, if I'm looking at it as a person that trains self-defense, I get it. Yes, you defended your life in a bad situation. And then you go to, how'd you get into that situation? Now, I'm good with him defending himself, defending his life, 100%. Do your thing. Now, when you roll into how'd you get into that situation, that's the part that I'm not good with. He should have never been put in a situation to have to defend himself.
Yeah, well, don't you agree that nobody should?
Well, no one should, but the thing is, we're not thinking about everyone else. We're just talking about this one cat. And this was crazy because there's other people that killed people that day, and they're not on trial publicly. They have this poor white kid on trial because they want shit to burn. They want to make a division.
Yeah, well, and that's exactly it. The prosecutor was actually, okay, I'll backtrack a little bit because I wanted to bring up this point. I'm not even going to say gentleman. The individual that he shot and survived from his bicep being shot admitted in court that he would not have shot him had he not pointed his pistol at his head. Admitted it. Under oath.
Well, no, and that's the thing. Like, it's arguing semantics. I agree with everything that happened.
On oath, he admits, yes, I had my hands up. He did not shoot me. It was not until I pointed my pistol at him that he shot me.
Yeah. No, I totally understand and agree with everything that happened. With at the end of the altercation of the situation, to me, it's how'd you get there? Like, how'd you get there?
He thought he was doing the right thing. He wanted to help people. And he stated it over and over again. I had the rifle with me for protection. Why do you carry every day?
I care for protection, but I also I know where I'm going. I know where I'm at, and I'm responsible for the situations in the areas that I go. So if I walk into, and I am lucky to live where I live, we don't have that smoke going on. But when it was, I did roll around Rapid City, making sure we didn't have rioters, because my wife works in the office with a bunch of women. But I'm also,
So the prosecutor would actually make you feel bad by saying that. Why do you feel like you need to do the policeman's job?
and the thing is, they would,
And that was their
and
argument.
yeah, and I know, and
That's
they
their counter
could, but
argument.
me being me, who I am, I'm not a teenager,
Well, I know.
and I was going around. You know, I do
But it
carry,
doesn't.
but I was driving around just to see if I had to go to my wife's office. You know, and
Well,
when I
and
drove
just
around,
to
I didn't
say
see
with
nothing. Then I
me,
went home.
I drove around Denver. Myself and Boy drove around Denver. Myself and Rob drove around Denver. You know, like it's just the like it comes down to people listening to the actual evidence
Yeah,
that it needs to be actually heard. And today, the prosecutor actually bullied him on the stand. I'm saying Mr. Rittenhouse bullied him on the stand
well, that's their
today.
job. That's exactly what
No, it
they're paid.
wasn't, because the prosecutor has actually, and I even see this because like I said, I'm looking at it from both sides. I'm looking at the evidence and everything else. The prosecutors have honestly demeaned, spoke down to,
That's their
let me
job.
no, yes, it is their job.
It's their job to win.
It's
Is
their
it not their
job
job to win?
it's their job to get to like breaking them down. Like if you're in a lie, yes, break them down, get to the truth.
Oh
But they
no, that's
treated
not
them
prosecute.
like they were stupid
I know that's their job. Their job is to win by any. They're lawyers. They're
by any
scumbags.
means necessary. Yes,
Their
by
job
bullying,
is to win by any means necessary.
by bullying.
And that's the thing. You're in court. If bullying helps you win, you're a prosecutor. They're a prosecutory lawyer. Whatever they can, whenever all the shit they probably read about this kid, they knew exactly what buttons to push. When they talked about his Instagram and his TikTok name, I already knew that they had all the information on him socially to fuck with him. They're only
So
in there.
asking the same question 6 times in a row.
Yeah, that's what
6
they
times
do.
in a row. Having the judge call you out because how you're approaching your questioning is against the witness's rights,
So there's a line.
basic rights.
There's a line.
That the
And
judge even said
a defense attorney has to ride up the line.
Stepped over.
Yes, and the defense attorney has to ride up to the line and write it. A prosecutorial lawyer, a prosecutor, literally is above the line and can dip down and skirt it and ride it until the judge tells them, hey, and then they come up. And that's what's shitty about the system, because all the stuff they do once they hit that line, all the damage they do is already done. And the judge going, stop it, everyone forget what they said. That doesn't fucking happen, but they've already hit the line and skirted it and accomplished their mission by breaking that guy down, that kid pretty much down, you know, by doing what they got to do.
Say defense or prosecutor?
The prosecutor.
Because you had mentioned defense before.
Well,
Sorry.
no, I said the defense guy. So
And
when
the
you got
defense
the legal system, the defense is down here. They have to work uphill. The prosecutor has to work downhill. You have that line. And the prosecutor up here hits that line and rides it perfectly. And when the judge goes stop, they come up and go, oh, okay. But they've already done damage. You know, I've seen it in countless court cases. Hell, I went through a military court martial, and the guy did the same exact thing. You know, because I had a belligerent airman who I threw out of a house party by literally just wrapping him up, bringing him in outside, and he hit his head on a little Halloween cardboard decoration and had a little cut. And they were like, "Did you not punch Airman so and so in the head?" I'm like, he's pretty white. This happened 2 weeks ago. His face would still be caved in, black and blue. And literally the prosecutor tried to like goat me into a weird. And the thing is, I was like, I got truth on my side. I know what my story is, but my other guys broke down, and I watched them on the stand break down, and I'm looking at them like, dude. And it's just because they were intimidating. They did their job, and they got to the other guys. We still came out good, but I remember talking to
Do
one
you
on
not see that that's not fair, though? That they
it's nothing
bully?
about fair. It's our system.
How is it a fair trial?
There's nothing about our legal system that's fair, Jade.
I've actually been called to a murder trial twice as a witness. I know what it's like being on the stand with defense and prosecutors. It sucks.
When there's people that get put in jail for a 1 ounce bag of weed for 25 years, and someone gets put in jail for murder for 7. There's nothing. Oh, yeah, we're 12 minutes over. And I got to go eat dinner.
That's what I was saying. You can thank your VP Harris for that bullshit, getting people off. Y'all, I know I'm just going to cut this. Love y'all. Happy Marine Corps birthday.
Happy birthday, Veterans Marine Corps.
Day.
I love you guys
safe,
all.
Y'all.
We're all cool.
If you're out drinking, have a contingency plan.
And have a backup plan. Don't add to the population. Don't take away from the population. Pull out.
Kisses.
Love ya.